This is Helsinki, the capital of Finland, home to around 650,000 people, right on the edge of the Baltic Sea. It's famous for its saunas, beautiful churches, buzzing waterfront markets, clean Nordic design, and a massive sea fortress just off the coast. It's also apparently one of the most expensive places in the world, pricier than places like London and New York. So yeah, my wallet might be in trouble. Sea views, cool architecture, good vibes. Let's explore Helsinki. Come with me. I thought this might be as good a time as any to tell you the little bit that I know or the research that I've done on Finland. Um, so, and what better way to do it than the background of Alexander II, who was the Grand Duke of Finland, the Emperor of Russia, the King of Poland, giving a speech back in the 1800s. So Finland, the land today was settled as far back as the Stone Age. So when things were just glacial, was as far back as the glacial times, Stone Age. Sometime in the modern times, so around 1300s or so, they were part of a Swedish empire, unwillingly, I have to say. And then during the Finnish War in the late 1800s, the Russian Empire occupied Finland, and they became a grand duchy, so a republic within the Russian Empire. During that time, Finnish culture, art flourished, new movement of independence began, and Finnish national identity started to form, which culminated in World War II. During the Russian Revolution in 1917, Finland declared their independence and became an independent state. Um, Finland has been the earliest European country to give universal suffrage. That essentially means that anyone of a certain age was allowed to vote, despite or regardless of what their ethnic background, age, sorry, not age, regardless of ethnic background, gender, etc. So, in that sense, a very progressive nation. They are part of they've got Nordic style welfare system, high income economy, has been voted the happiest country 8 times in a row between 2018 and 2025. So they are heavily unionized. So essentially, it means that their unions protect employee rights, salary, working conditions, and if over 50% of the unions, which is what most professions have anyway, vote for if they vote for an agreement that becomes a legally binding, unlike places like the UK where unions agreements are not binding but more of a directive. So yeah, this is they drink a lot of coffee. Most of the country is covered by boreal forest, which is like a snow forest, especially in the north, where Lapland and things like that is. And Santa comes from here. So a very historic country. Finnish cultural values emphasize on equality, human rights, environmental rights, and they demonstrate that by being a part, having a membership in lots of international organizations. So this is a great country to be. You know, they are very well equipped with the modern world. They are happy. They are very pragmatic, and they deal with things as they come. So yeah, an amazing place to be. That's what I know about Finland. Let's see if we can learn more about it while I'm here. This is what the modern part of Helsinki looks like. Area is called Camp, and you got lots of old looking buildings. No, are architecturally fine as well. Look at that. Yeah, this is what the modern side of the city looks like. Lots of quite old, architecturally amazing looking buildings. You see that? Helsinki is so easy to get to get around even rather. Yeah, Helsinki is so easy to get around. There's lots of trams. There's metro that has two lines. Um, Trams are really the most convenient. Though I've been getting tram everywhere. Um, you can you can buy a tram ticket on the tram in itself. So if you've got a contactless card, you can just scan your card and then you're good to go. Alternatively, you can buy a tram ticket on the tram stops. At the tram stops, you can buy it. But yeah, looks really cool. Um, Helsinki is the second most northerly capital city in the world. That's a fact that I've found out this week. Only Reykjavik of Iceland is further north than Helsinki. So that is how close capital cities are to the North Pole. And that just means it's colder. You know, it's autumn now, but it feels really, really cold. Um, so if you don't like the cold, I'm afraid this may not be the place for you. Don't get me wrong, most places indoors are heated, so and as long as you've got the right wear, you've got a good jacket, good shoes, you should absolutely have no issues in in um, in getting about. So yeah, just make sure you're ready for a winter wear. Most people here are wrapped up, you know, wearing gloves, heavy Timberland types of boots. Um, so come ready if you come here in the colder times of the year. Yeah, this is Helsinki for you. Helsinki, Finland. There's about 5.6 million people um, that live in Finland. That's roughly 60% of London's population. You can see the city centre. Um, just nearby here, I think is their main central station. See this little cool bars here for anyone who's out here to have a drink and have a bit of food. I'll show you what they serve actually. Look at that. We've got beef, crispy chicken, halloumi paprika, and salmon. I hear that they say the Christmas tree comes from here, or in this region anyway. Another thing that Finland is really famous for that most people don't know is Finland produces more wood than most countries produce human beings. This country has a lot of forest in the north. As I was saying, they are covered by a boreal forest, which is a snow forest. Like a lot of these cold places are, like Alaska, Greenland, Finland, parts of Russia, Norway. So it's they have a lot of wood that they sell to other countries. This area here now I'm arriving is a central station as well as a central bus station. So the bus station is just there in front of me, and then the central station here in Helsinki is right there. I'm not going to pretend to pronounce the name because I'll get it wrong. But yeah, that's the central station. The flag of Ukraine waving proudly because Finland supports Ukraine um, in the fight against the other country. And yeah, that's a bus station. I believe you can take buses from there to anywhere in within the city's vicinity. Here's like a little subway where you can get into the station, and then you've got all the modern chains like Burger King, um, some pizza place. But this is the official center of Helsinki. So if you ever find yourself here and you're wondering where's the busiest part of Helsinki, here's where it will be. You got like a shopping center here called the city center. The name's not very imaginative. You just say city center shopping center or city center shopping. I this is what I meant when I said this. People really drink coffee. Espresso House. It's a whole shop dedicated to coffee. They Finland drinks more coffee than most people. I don't know why. If you're Finnish and you ever get to see this, maybe you can tell us. But yeah, per capita, I think they drink more coffee than most other countries. Maybe that's why they're so happy. You know, if you keep drinking coffee all day and you're so caffeinated, maybe happiness is with the caffeine. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I'm just wandering around the city area just to acclimatize myself to the cold. Here's what trams look like. So that is a tram. I believe that's actually the tram that I was on earlier that brought me from the port. Lots of restaurants and tapas and things like that. Oh. God, this guy's brave. Crossing the road when the lights are definitely red. Shit. Wow. Yes, welcome to Helsinki. Another modern looking building. I keep seeing these buildings with lots of business names on the side. I don't know what it means. Does that mean they all have an office there? Someone can tell us. It also says stadium there, so. I think given that they're so famous for coffee drinking, I'm going to have to try their coffee. So I'm going to go in here and maybe have myself a pumpkin spice latte or something. So let's do this. Wow. Lots of different cakes here. Red velvet. What looks like Biscoff. Matcha cake. Wow. Whoa. And you got like pastries and things like that. Got prawns, chicken, olives, bit of pasta. Okay. Moi. Puhutko Englantia? Do you speak English? Please, can I get a pumpkin spice latte? And sure, why not? And I seen a cake there. I'll show you. I don't know the name. Excusez-moi, Actissa. What's in this one? What is it? What's in it? Okay, I like the look of it, so we'll have it. Okay, thank you. It's like I'm getting a honey cake. Oh, that looks so good. It looks like Biscoff. Estonian. Okay, I didn't have cake in Estonia, so I'm going to make up for it. Kiitos. Thank you so much. No, thank you. So, guys, I've got myself a Estonian cake and a pumpkin spice latte, which I'm gonna start to tuck in. I've actually never had a pumpkin spice latte in a non takeaway form, so this is interesting. Got cream and all sorts on top. That pumpkin spice latte is really good. I'm not sure how much pumpkin I'm tasting, but genuinely tastes so good. Could just be the sugar. Tastes great. I've enjoyed my my pumpkin spice latte, and now it's time to hit the road. One thing I'm already noticing, guys, this city isn't as touristy as some of the other places. It's a bigger city, so it's hard to tell who's a tourist and who's actually a local. Um, yeah, so there's lots of people walking around, just minding their business. Um, but I don't really see too much tourists. Sometimes that's a good thing because you get the local, you get the local feel to it. But sometimes it could also be the other way around when you don't see any tourists. Um, but yeah, it's a cool city. Let me show you. Tram stops look like such a cool little city. Every street there's like tram stops, tram tracks, mopeds delivering food, shopping centers. So this is the busy district of of Helsinki, and now we're looking for food. Looks like a food bar there around the corner. So maybe this is where we should be going. Restaurant slash bar. Yeah, lots going on here. Yes, in my backyard. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Oh, let's see what they got. Food looks interesting. Weekend buffet. After work happy hours. Maybe this is the kind of place that I need to be. Steak. Weird statue of men digging and building things there. Just checking out the food menu of this place. Looks a bit bougie. Not sure if I'm liking it. I see a glazed sweet potato fries there, but everything else just seems to be, especially the mains, chicken Caesar salad, sweet potato, burrata salad, and then a few steak options and a burger. But everything else is kind of lacking a little bit. So I'm gonna say no to what's going on here. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Street canteen. Seems like lots of different things here. Wow. Okay, okay. Scampi, street plates, and more scampis. Okay, so there seems to be like a chain of restaurants in here. Let's see which one would make sense for us. Oh, I see that glazed sweet potato thing is still here. I need to get menu for myself. Don't know where to get one. Can I get menu? A menu, please. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, find a menu. Found a menu. Find somewhere to sit. Families on that side. Okay, let's see if we can sit here. Ah, so guys, after eating lots of heavy potato-based pancake, hearty diet for the last 10 days or so, I've opted for a tofu salad tonight. So yeah, it's tofu, there's rice, there's some sweet corn, what looks like broccoli, beetroot. So literally it's a vegetarian heaven here, and I am the last thing from a vegetarian. So yeah, I think this is my dinner tonight. It's not exactly very Finnish and representative of where I am, but I think my belly would appreciate something light and full of fiber. So let's tuck in. This is what it looks like. You got the tofu on top there, a little salad dressing at the top, and lots of green, lots of green.